Try again. We've been chasing a fuel leak at the carburetor inlet for quite a while, and we haven't been able to figure it out. Tightening, changing, fitting, gaskets. So we pulled this tube off, and there you can see that whoever made this line didn't use seamless tubing. So the seam in that tubing is right in the middle of the flare. And it would be my opinion, at least, that that's leaking fuel. It's certainly not going to seal. There's a little bit of, if you run your fingernail across that, you can certainly feel that edge there. So we're going to have to do something else here. Either make up a new line using seamless tubing. This is aluminum tubing. Or, I hate to use an Aeroquip line because it's so short. By the time you put the fittings on there, it's going to be hard to make that 90-degree turn. And we may have to put a tube 90 in here and then come straight back. And that's even worse because you end up with a little short segment of hose there. Pretty tricky. We'll see what we can do to make that better, but this chamfer here, you may remember we did so that this nut would clear the screw in the carburetor end bowl, so we can replicate that, but I'm hoping that's where our fuel leak is.
Okay, so we've been working away here underneath our Pinto, and we have both of our downpipes, if you want to call it that, are transitions from round to oval, and then sort of oval one direction to oval the other direction. We've got to be flat oval underneath the car. We've got our spacer block in there to simulate the thickness of that heavy-duty cross member that bolts up under there. And what we got to do now is get a straight length of pipe, and probably what we'll do, since we're outside here, is get some wood and sort of block it up to the right height in place and see how that's going to play out. I really don't want to make, if we weld a length of pipe to that, that's going to make that transition pipe, pretty tricky to take off and on if we have to take it off and on. It's going to be a lot of material to deal with. So we get back there a little ways, I might consider welding a flange to the oval pipe, and we'd have to make those, and so we can bolt two sections together with a gasket in the middle. And that's going to require some work. We'll have to find somebody with a water jet, make a pattern, and then cut out those flanges. And we really don't want a very thick flange underneath, because the whole point of this is to keep the exhaust nice and tidy up under the car. So I have to put some thought into that. We dug out some of our parts and put the lower valence on, and it's got it kind of clamped in place there, and
tucked the splash pan in there behind the bumper just to get a visual on the front end. We've got our exhaust hanging down there a little bit, kind of nondescript. So I think at the end of the day, it's going to be okay. I guess we figured out what color it's going to be.